There's so much trouble in Westminster. My point earlier was that the trouble that Liz Truss herself has caused, is a distraction from the serious problems going on also in Ukraine. We cannot help Zelensky if we cannot help ourselves. Now, so much needs unpicking today, so much. But there is one story which is almost eclipsing everything else. Yes, there are the 40 members of the Conservative Party who abstained from the fracking vote, which was presented as a sort of confidence vote. And that those people who didn't vote in the right way with the government would lose the whip. That was the threat. So many people abstained, and some of them senior Conservatives like Theresa May. Even Kwasi didn't vote. Secondly, the triple lock for pensions. This was unnecessarily questioned. This was a problem that didn't even need to be there, but because Liz Truss is so vacuous, inane, ineffective, incompetent, inarticulate, everything is going to pot. The third point, the £20 billion worth of savings which Mr. Hunt is now trying to find. Every single minister around the cabinet table is going to be anxious that those savings are going to be taken from their budget. Number 4, the quitting of Liz Truss's advisor, Joseph Stein. Now, Stein is a person who apparently had aggressively targeted both Sajid Javid and Michael Gove, allegedly. And Javid had threatened to expose this by raising a question in Prime Minister's questions, and hence the hurried exit. Because basically, Liz Truss's authority has gone, and she is playing catch up by the minute, not even the hour, catch up by the minute. Then there's simply the PMQ issue, of facing an opposition leader who is increasing in authority and confidence. What is the point of a Prime Minister whose promises don't even last a week? What a brilliant question by Mr. Starmer there. And then William Ragg, his open rebellion, his defiance, and his commitment to voting with the government so that his letter of no confidence will stand. Chris Skidmore. Is he Skidmore or Skidmark? I'm not sure. It's Chris Skidmore anyway. Chris Skidmore also in open defiance and not prepared to vote with the government. But the real takeaway is that we are now briefed that Therese Coffey was not herself caught up in the scuffle in the members' lobby, in that central lobby in the House of Commons, that she was not caught up in that disgraceful, scurrilous, pathetic, childish scuffle that was designed to try and get Conservatives to vote with the government for the fracking and against the Labour motion. What a detestable group of people this Conservative government seems to have manifested. Detestable. And all of them are people who have previously fallen under some sort of question mark. Therese Coffey, Suella Bannerman. Priti Patel is also there. Somebody who apparently didn't vote with the government. And, one person whose name has not popped up this evening is Nadine Dorries. What has she been doing, and which way did she vote, and was she there for Liz Truss? her friend? I don't know. That would be so interesting to find out, wouldn't it? Nadine Dorries. Nadine Dorries, she's always twittering on, isn't she? And yet, when there's a real crisis, and this is a real crisis, she goes very silent. But the overarching issue is that Liz Truss is pulling focus away from issues that matter, issues that really matter. And they are all over in Ukraine. Because Mr. Putin is poised with his finger. And all hell may break loose. And Liz Truss is worried about her knitting. I have nothing but contempt for her inability to go. Her inability to go.